Hello everyone. We are back to another episode of Tech Talk 360 where we unveil one bite at a time. We have a very special guest today joining us from the other part of the world. It's none other than Asanka Abeysinghe, the CTO at WSO2. Hi Asanka.
Hey Russell, thanks for inviting me to your podcast.
It's my pleasure. Let's just start. Asanka, who is Asanka Abeysinghe?
Interesting question. So I position myself as a technologist and I operate on first principles and I'm a visual thinker. That's why I call myself as an info doodler as well. I do doodling for many ways that when I want to share my knowledge. And then I'm a content creator. You have seen me in many forms. So as you mentioned during the introduction, I'm the CTO at WSO2, a US-based global software product company, and we have a large R&D center in Sri Lanka. So I'm a US citizen, so I call myself as a Sri Lankan American. I live in Folsom, California. So and I love sports and music. So I play basketball, I follow cricket and American football as well. And I listen to many type of music, but Linkin Park is my favorite band, as you can see in my background. And I'm a dad of 2 teenagers and 2 puppies.
Perfect intro. Are you planning to go watch some cricket matches there? World Cup is happening.
So I was planning to earlier, but couldn't manage my schedule due to various other stuff. But I'm watching the stuff online since it's a friendly time zone this time. I'm following most of the stuff. Unfortunately, Sri Lanka didn't do well yesterday. But hope they will catch up.
Definitely. Amazing intro. So if I just ask you as the first question, how did you come into this journey? Where did it all begin into this amazing journey?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, I used to build these electronic circuits and was into tech. And then when I was 16, I started doing programming. I started with C++, and I met this interesting teacher called Raghu, who used to lecture at Peradeniya University, and at the same time, he was a lecturer at Informatics Kandy. So I started learning from him, and then I did my bachelor's on MIS, Management Information Systems, at UCD Ireland, and then started my career as a programmer. So I worked for many software houses in Sri Lanka and stepped into the software architecture side. That's a usual path for a programmer. And worked on many large financial systems, telco systems, and built many large software systems for many organizations. And then I started fintech with a couple of my friends, and we ran that for 3 years and had a really good exit from that. And with the interest to distributed computing and open source, I joined WSO2. So I joined WSO2 into the product side, product engineering side, and worked on the integration products for a while. And then I started this unit called Solutions Architecture, which is helping customers on how to use our technology. And did various roles after that. I was the chief evangelist for a while. And then stepped into the CTO role, and now currently working as a CTO for the organization.
Amazing. So we just had a chat on this before as well. What actually inspired you to focus on humanizing technology and architecturing digital transformation? How does that begin? And let's just get a brief overview on that as well.
Yeah, I think it's a twofold question. So I'll start with the first side of the humanizing technology. So I think the technology can be used to improve the quality of life of each and every human. And we can make a better world using it as well. So that's where we need to link human with technology, but there's a gap So mission on that, basically how I can help bridging that chasm. So that's where the first side coming on humanizing technology. And the digital transformation, basically every organization is in a path of getting into digital transformation. They go through this journey of digitalization, and then digital transformation, because in modern world, the differentiators and the unique coming to each and every organization coming through the digital experiences that you access. As example, if you order a cab, how digitally it's connected and how easy to order the cab, track the cab, do the payment online. That's a really good digital experience, right? And if you go to a department store, if it is digitally supported, then without going into a tryout room, you can just visually look at how that particular dress or the shirt or trouser or whatever that you got look like. And then again, if that particular item is not there, how you can get a notification when it is available. And based on your buying patterns as well as other social aspects that you have, it can give recommendations for you. Those are some examples for the digital experiences, right? So organizations are in the process of getting there. So that's where, like, I'm helping these organizations to become digital driven and helping them on various angles, especially using the software stack that we have, and that is the company vision as well. So I have treated that as one of the responsibilities that I have and helping these organizations.
Amazing. Since you touched upon the company vision, I was just gonna ask the next question is, what is your daily role in like the CTO at WSO2? What is the responsibility that you have and what you bring to the brand? Let's just get a small touch on that as well.
Yeah, so I think it's a big responsibility to be the CTO of a global
Yeah,
product company, servicing like Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies, which is using mission critical applications. So it has multiple angles. One thing is defining the vision with my CEO Sanjeeva and the leadership team. So just putting a vision and a mission doesn't help, right? You have to practically
yeah,
apply it.
definitely.
So helping that. And then there's another key area that I'm working on, being the spokesperson who evangelize the vision to the analysts, customers, and then into community, because I do a lot of public speaking as well. And then be a advocate for the strategic customers, because we spoke about that digital transformation
Yeah,
journey and
yeah.
then how I'm helping, right? So with that, be an advocate for these strategic customers is another thing that I'm doing. And while working in the field with these analysts, customers, I'm bringing that knowledge to the product teams. Because we had to build stuff that market is looking for,
Yeah,
and then
definitely.
what they require, right? So bringing that experience back to the product team is another thing. And then I have been with WSO2 more than 17 years now, and I wrote a blog about my journey. Be a role model and for the personal brand, because I believe everybody should have that personal brand. So I'm helping people to do that, as well as being a mentor for many folks. And then ambassador for the company culture is another thing that I do, because culture is the foundation for our organization. So those are like a few areas. It's like a Swiss Army knife, that many responsibilities and many areas that I'm touching.
Uh, so if let's just step a bit back from the professional career. What do you do in terms of hobby and what do you do in your free time for fun and stuff like that? Let's just have a chat on that as well.
Yeah, so as I said, I have two teenagers, so spending time with them. And then I have two puppies, so spending time with them, basically the family time, because with my job role, I have to travel a lot. So finding time with the family is the most important thing, and then go to different type of destinations and then explore them. As I said, I'm a fan of sports, so look for many games, and then I play basketball, and every Sunday go and play some hoops, and then go to these music concerts and then enjoy myself. So it's not a single thing, but many
Yeah,
stuff,
definitely.
and then finding some distractions from the routine
Definitely.
stuff that we have.
So the next set of questions, Asanka, it's just a new element I bring in. It's just like 4 to 5 questions. You just have to try to answer from one word or from
Hmm.
one sentence. I know
Okay.
I just didn't include them because it's just an impromptu thing, but
Yeah.
hope you will answer it well. Uh, so, what is the best advice that you could give someone or you have received from someone?
I think the best advice I got is there's no end game, and we are in an infinite game. To do that, you had to do a lot of stuff. One is basically keep on learning. Because if you are in that particular game, you have to do that. And if you follow Simon Sinek, I think he's explained about this. Being and playing in the game is the most important thing. Winning is just a milestone. So that's the best advice I got.
Again, from the opposite side, what is the worst advice that you have received and how did you prove it wrong?
I think stick to one thing and then have a close mind or a approach that you believe on something, because that kind of limiting you to be agile, as well as work in a team. So how you can be open is the opposite side of it,
Yeah.
because sometimes people just believe on certain stuff. It can be anything. So that's the worst advice I think I got. Yeah.
If you got a chance to go flashback to your young ages and if you had a chance to reshape your career, would you still follow this path or would it be completely different?
Uh, It depends, right? Because everything
Yeah.
depends on the circumstances as well as the opportunities that we have. So as a person, I take the opportunities that I got, and then I took the opportunities, and then the take the challenges, risks. So that's part of life. But I don't have any regret on what I do, and I enjoy it, and I don't see my job as a it's as a job. It's basically part of the life.
Yeah.
So, and another advice that I can give is enjoy what you do, and if you don't like it, find something. I'll give you one example because I learned Java. Java is a programming language, I think you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I learned Java from somebody who started her career on technology when she was 50. And she did a totally different job before. So switching these tracks and getting into new stuff is interesting. So as I said, I don't regret and I really enjoy what I do.
Amazing. You answered all the questions. So, just touching upon Asanka, like I said, what I try to do is, inspire the youth who are into tech and who comes into tech and who want to explore inside tech. So if you could give inspiration or an advice to the youth here right now in Sri Lanka or all over the world, whether it's stepping into tech is a great opportunity, what I see for, but what do you have to say in terms of the whole tech and the digital transformation with AI coming in? What do you have to say?
Yeah, so I think it's an interesting question. So I treat AI as a supportive thing, and I even use AI as an assistant for me. And if you have seen my screen, I have 3 parallel screens running. One is dedicated for an AI engine. So it's a helper, not a replacement, I would say, because I don't think it can replace human that easily. So use it as a supportive thing. So advice, I think we discussed a lot during the conversation, but what I would like to say, there are 3 things that I always advise when I mentor people. Like first thing is you have to mastery something, that you have to get into the weeds of it. As an example, even I still do coding and I have a 1 hour blocked in my calendar to do coding. Then autonomy is very important because you have to have some freedom and then work on the stuff that you do. Having that autonomy is really important. And most important thing is the purpose. Have a purpose of the stuff that you do. That way you can achieve a lot of good things. And then the next thing, again, I touched based on this earlier about the personal brand. You should build a personal brand. I think that's very important. I'm really happy you are trying to do that. So that's a really good thing. But then again, when people try to build a personal brand, sometimes they try to copy somebody. But it should be that way. You can follow people. You can get inspired by others, but you have to be unique about yourself. So having that. And then we spoke about continuous learning, right? You have to do that every day, read every day, try to learn something and then learn from others. And they have empathy towards others, like without just creating noise, give something to the community. I don't know whether you notice, even I do a podcast with my CEO. And if you can
Yeah,
share it as a
yeah,
link,
yeah,
that will be
yeah.
great. So in that podcast also, what we are discussing, how you can find the right thing for your organization. We call it as discovering the architecture middle path, because there's no cookie cutter approach for things that we do. So have a deep understanding and identify the correct thing is what we discuss. Again, with the empathy towards the community. So I think we can keep on going on this list, but those are few things I would like to highlight.
Amazing. I just wanted to ask this question since it just came into my mind. What do you see since you are in USA as well? What is that technological gap that we have between countries like USA and all the other leaders along with Sri Lanka? Do you see that technology coming, that big technology coming to Sri Lanka soon? Because I know you have been roots here and connections here. Do you see it coming in the near future, or will it take some time? And what do we see in terms of that?
Yeah, I don't see there's any issue with Sri Lanka. Even our R&D center is in Sri Lanka, and I see all the engineers working for WSO2 equal or more than better in the engineers that I find in US. So it's a personal thing. I don't think we should stick to this island mindset. With internet world is flat, right? You can learn
Yeah,
anything, you can buy
definitely.
anything, and even a book, like those days we have to get a physical book, but these days you can get a digital copy. So it's basically finding excuses. I don't think there's any issue, and we have world-class engineers, we have world-class technologies. That's how even we build WSO2 and operating all the technology from that part of the world and servicing these large organizations. So
Thank you.
there's
So
no
yeah,
gap. It's
yeah,
basically up to
definitely.
each individual and up to each organization. And as a company, we are happy to come and tell about these things. And even I got invited to do a couple of keynotes for some local organizations in Sri Lanka. And we are happy to do that part and tell our story and the best practices that we follow.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Asanka, for coming to the podcast. Let's just share some final thoughts on the podcast.
It's a great opportunity, and I think you are doing a really good job. I watched some of your episodes in the season 1, and wish you all the best with season 2. And I'm proud of you, like doing this thing and helping the community.
Thank you so much, Asanka, for making time. And you're in USA, very busy schedule as well. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Really much inspiration. We had so much content out there. And thank you so much again for coming in. And let's just hope to see you soon when you're coming back to Sri Lanka.
Likewise, thank you very much.